Where can I go from your spirit? If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me.
This very weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it is traditionally, our carnival weekend. And it's also a weekend where the community draws in a lot of funds, and it's a great fundraiser for the church. This year we're not having a carnival, but our budget continues on. From Rick Crandall, he's the chair of our carnival committee, and he's reminded.
We were watching the town hall, and it was fun to watch the group of people there. And when Fred got up and talked about the carnival, we had already talked that night saying we should be busy. And then Fred called me the next day and said, we should have 10,000 steps in already, getting ready for the carnival. And I said, you know, Fred, this is a big fundraiser for the church. You know, we don't always make a lot of money, but it could raise $20,000, $30,000 on the annual budget. That's a nice amount. It's a lot of fun. It's all about community. It's about building relationships. But the whole thing is, it's about friendship. It's about celebration. It's about people. Yeah. But the most important thing is that we, as a community, it's about raising some money for the church. So my wife challenged me. I'd love to take the credit for it, but Chris, my wife, she said, you know, why don't we just write the church a check? You buy tickets for a raffle, you spend money on food, you have games, you have rides. We used to do silent auctions, but again, not everybody can do that, and we hope that everybody's doing well in this pandemic time. But those of us that are doing okay, that can afford it, we should think about, let's just write a check to the church and say, you know what, if you're going to spend $100 one night for dinner, let's write a check to the church for $100. Yeah. It's the least we could do, because we're not going to have the carnival this year. We talked about it. We don't think that we could successfully do that and feel comfortable with 10 or 15,000 people coming in a given day. So we're going to have to wait a year. But the budget can't wait a year. What you can do, and the most important thing is we're going to write a check this next week for what we think we would have spent for the carnival to help the church, and that's what we can do. Again, give Chris the credit.
Well, I do.
It's about our church. It's our parish, and we're glad you're here.
Well, I'm glad I'm here too. And,
next year you'll be your first carnival officially.
That's right.
We missed it this year.
And when we come back, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. We're gonna have a celebration. You know, we may not be able to do the carnival, but you know, maybe we could do a picnic. You know, once the restrictions are lifted and we're able to come back and it's safe and it's the right time, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can speak for the whole carnival committee. Yeah. We'd be more than happy to chair it, to help you get it done if you want to do that for the parish. It's good. So well, thank you.
And
God bless.
And God bless.
God bless.
I made a general appeal to the parish. I was just sharing about how our collections have gone down drastically by about 50% during this time of the pandemic. And the response, the initial response from the community has been phenomenal. Here's a sampling of some of the letters and the envelopes and just the support and goodwill. So thank you all. But I would just like to read one of the letters that came in, and it really touched my heart. It says, "Dear Father Ethan, I am a parishioner in a church in Sacramento, California. During the virus, I have been watching Sunday Masses online for the past several weeks. My own church is not offering Masses online, so I've been searching for Masses that capture the essence of Christ's message through the Mass itself. For the past several weeks, my cousin has been telling me how she loves the Masses online at St. John Eudes. She's been a long-time member here. And so after watching your Masses online, I understand why she gets so excited, and I've been moved to make a contribution to help you during these difficult times. I do support my own church, but given the needs that you expressed today, I hope my contribution helps in some small way." We're so thankful. This is just a sampling of the letters and the support and the encouragement that has come out. We're also going to hear from Kevin and Kathy O'Brien. They're sharing about how they were moved to make a contribution to their parish here at St. John Eudes. They love pizza. I love pizza, and so they wanted to sacrifice their pizza nights.
Well, we try to patronize the local shops, especially our restaurants who are struggling right now, and we're doing the best we can to, support our community. And we're so glad when we heard that you were asking us just to sacrifice a coffee, and we thought, wow, we could really sacrifice a whole pizza. And would, we're so happy to be able to do that. And I'm so grateful that you told us that the church needed the help.
Yeah.
And we're happy to support our church. And we eat way too much pizza.
It was funny she brought it up because, we tired, we don't feel like cooking, and she says, why don't we call for pizza? Yeah, sure, I'll call pizza. Here's your $40. But then she said, what if we sacrificed and gave the $40 to the church? And I thought, well, when it comes to the church that, helps us in our life, I hesitate, and that was it. I just went online and made the donation.
Wow.
Because that was a great point, like how willing I give to the pizza guy, and why not take that to the church?
Wow.
Yeah.
So could you tell me a little bit, like, how did you feel? Like you said you went online and you made the
Well,
button.
it is unbelievable. We had some credit card debt, and Kathy said, we should really do this, and so I gave a little, I thought, I'm going to pay the church first and then pay the bills. So I went and I gave a little bit extra, more than she said, and then I went to pay the bills, and I'm serious, it's a miracle. We were able to wipe out the debt. The bills.
Really?
I mean, really.
Out of the blue. Just out of the blue.
So it's kind of spooky. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're grateful. We love to walk down here.
Oh,
every
yeah.
week.
Oh, we love it.
We come down to the grotto and we say a few prayers, and it counteracts the pizza. We move our bodies a little bit.
Well,
So-
I do. I come out and I'm walking through the plaza and I see the two of you, and that warms my heart too. Just to know that you feel so at home here. And the gates are open, so maybe we're not able to go into the church, but yes, the church, the parish is open. And so I'm so, it pleases me and it warms me to see you come here to say your prayers and to stay connected.
It's very important to come, even though church is not happening, and even though it's not the bustling community that it was, to know that it will be again, and to be here. This is my home. This is where I come, and I can sit in the shade over by the church or under the trees, or mostly my favorite place right here. And I'm really grateful for that. Thank you for everything.
Me too. Thanks for everything you and Father David are doing, and everyone else,
Everybody
the
and
staff.
and-
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's a lifeline.
We're so grateful.
We are community, we are parish, we are a family. We're in this together. And I know, we're looking forward to the time when we can come back, safely and in a healthy way. But I know that the church is still alive and that we're still connected in a special way.
I do sense everybody's eagerness to get back to, the old familiar ways of just being at church and with each other, and just,
Yeah.
I feel that amongst my friends, and
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that too.
Well, it's going to be we'll have a nice big pizza party.
We'll get our waistline back.
Slimmer next time.
Well, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Beautiful.
And I just ask you to please continue to send in your envelopes weekly, whether you mail them in or drop them off. If you're able to sign up for the online giving, please do so. That really helps to keep the mission going. So I thank all of you for everything that you're doing, for all the sacrifices you're making, for your support and for your encouragement. We continue to be united in Christ. We are in this together.